All right, welcome in Aries and Aries placements. This is your middle to end of August 2026 reading. So this reading goes from August 16th through the 31st, and it is intended for Aries Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements. All right, so we're going to get into it and get a couple oracles, then get into tarot. As always, please take what resonates, leave what doesn't for someone else. If you feel that it resonates with roles being reversed, feel free to do so. And if you're feeling that it's not resonating at all, please check another placement. All right, let's get into it here. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, Holy Angels, what do you have for Aries and Aries placements from the period of August 16th through the 31st, please? What do you have for Aries and Aries placements, please? Okay. So we have guarded, past trauma, building up walls, defensive, and blocked heart chakra. We also have jealousy, talking behind back, being envious, pettiness, and attention seeking. Okay. All right, Spirit. So as far as the overall energy for Aries and Aries placements from now until the end of August, what do you have for us, please? What is the overall energy here for Aries and Aries placements, please? Overall energy, please, for Aries and Aries placements. Okay, we have the Sun. We have the Queen of Wands. Okay, we have the World. Anything else? And the Six of Wands. At the bottom of the deck is Temperance. All right. So I'm actually getting two messages here. Okay, so we're going to do both messages. So the first message I feel has more to do with you, okay, as a person. And so I feel like there is something here that has been illuminated to you. And I feel like, number one, it could have been that something here, a cycle needed to end with the world, okay? But it's also about your power. I feel like with the Sun, I feel maybe you were reflecting on what made you happy, okay? And maybe whatever you had been dealing with, maybe it was a particular connection that you've been dealing with, was not making you happy any longer, okay? So that could have been the first thing. But also you were reflecting on what in life would make you happy. And it doesn't have to, even be about a person or a relationship or what you wanted in a relationship with another person. It could just be in life in general. Okay. And I feel like when you maybe reflected on things, that you realized that this person, whoever you had been dealing with, was not making you happy any longer. Okay. So with the World, I do feel that there was an ending here. Okay. Ending of a cycle. But I also feel with the Sun that it was also enlightened to you about your power. Okay. So I feel with the Queen of Wands being here that you are in this Queen of Wands energy, and male or female doesn't matter your gender. Okay. I feel like you are someone, like I said, in your power, that you do not settle for less, you are someone who knows your value, you know your worth, you know what you bring to the table. Okay. And not only that, you know that you're good looking, you are charismatic, you are charming, you have a passion inside of you that drives you as far as ambition to make things happen for yourself. Okay. And maybe this person, whoever you had been dealing with, it made you forget that somehow. Okay. Maybe you felt like you lost yourself for a little while, potentially. Maybe there was something that happened in this situation that convinced you to settle for less. Okay. And I feel like there was something here that happened that illuminated the fact that you are the Queen of Wands. Okay. And no one can take that from you. So I feel like, and I just got chills. Yeah. I feel like, you felt like you had to end a cycle here. It was most likely an unhealthy cycle at that. Okay. And so because you did that, you are moving toward success. Maybe some of you are online, maybe you have a platform or just have an online presence of some sort, and you could be someone that is either very popular or is gaining popularity. Okay, whatever you're doing, I feel is going to be very, very successful here. Okay, and not only that, by closing out this cycle, I feel like the lessons that you're learning or that you've learned, the healing process that you've been going through, is again something that's contributing to the success. Okay. And with temperance here, I feel like you're bringing more balance and peace into your life. Okay. And this is because of what you've done, and it's due to ending something with someone else. There could have been a significant amount of betrayal here as well. Okay. But there was an ending here, and it could have been with a soulmate. It could have been someone in Knight of Wands energy. Okay. Take it as it resonates for your situation, but it could have been someone, like I said, that you felt was a soulmate of yours. It could have been someone who had issues with commitment, someone inconsistent, in and out of your life, hot and cold, someone potentially who made you feel like an option or made you into an option. Okay. Could have put you in competition with others as well. But yeah, so I feel like you ended things with this person. Like I said, because you did that, I feel like you took your power back. And some of you, maybe you feel like you didn't lose your power at all. But at least for some of you, I feel like maybe you felt like this person kind of took some of that power from you. Okay. And then, you, like I said, you just kind of, you were enlightened to something here. And you just took that power back, and you ended things. Now, I also feel on the flip side here that not only were you illuminated to a certain amount of things here, but this person was as well. Okay. So this person, and most likely this happened after the ending, because a lot of times, people do that reflection after things have ended. And sometimes it's too little too late. Sometimes, it's after a tower moment where people sit and reflect. So I feel like this person is thinking about all the happy times that they've had with you, how happy you made them. I feel like they've also been illuminated to the fact that you are the Queen of Wands, and they are extremely physically attracted to you. You have an extreme sense of chemistry between the two of you, or you had. And that this person knows that anyone would be lucky to have you, and that you are someone that will make great things happen for, for yourself, whether it's in a relationship or otherwise. So I feel like this person is kicking themselves because whatever they did to cause this betrayal, cause this ending between the two of you. I mean, if they were in Knight of Wands energy, then, that energy of being inconsistent, non-committal, making you feel like an option, whatever they've done here, like I said, they're reflecting on that and they're realizing that they lost the Queen of Wands here. Okay, because again, a cycle has ended. I feel that it was something full of lessons on both sides. And I feel like now this person is not only wanting potentially success with you, if you would give them the chance, which I'm not sure if that's going to happen here, but they also miss your attention. They know that you're going to be successful elsewhere, and they know that because you're the Queen of Wands, that you will get the attention of other people, because you already could get a lot of attention from other people. Okay, so I feel that's where some of this jealousy might be coming from. Okay, now this person who you had been dealing with, this Knight of Wands, they could have their heart chakra closed off. Maybe they have been defensive about talking about emotion or talking about feelings. Maybe things with this person were more superficial because that's their comfort zone. This is all based upon wounding. Like I said, this person likes to keep options open because they have fear around commitment for one reason or another. And it's usually based on past trauma, like this card says, and wounding. Okay. So at the bottom, we do have temperance. This person really does want to make amends with you. Okay. They most likely know that there's a really small chance that you would reconcile with them, but I feel like, this person really does miss your attention. Okay. So as far as signs so far, half the cards that are out here are major arcana. So that's pretty significant. This is a significant connection, okay, as far as lessons and soul growth. But we have fire energy. We also have Leo, which is fire. We have Taurus, Leo again, Aquarius, and Scorpio. And then we have Sagittarius as well. Okay. So with the world representing all four elements, we have all signs that are out here so far. Okay. All right. So as far as potential challenges and difficulties for Aries and Aries placement, Spirit, what do you have for them between now and the end of August? Potential challenges, please. Okay. We have the Seven of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords. What else? Okay. Again, we have Temperance. And we have the Ten of Swords show itself again. At the bottom is the Two of Cups. All right. So with the Seven of Cups being here, I feel like, yes, this person definitely made you feel like an option. Okay. Now, it is very possible they actually did make you an option. And so, either one of those, it's like, how can you trust this person? If they come back in, they want to make amends with you. How do you know that you can never even trust this person? How do you know that they'll never make you an option again? Keep their options open. Okay. This person most likely confused you by saying one thing and doing another. So their words and their actions possibly rarely matched or rarely aligned with one another. I also feel with the Seven of Cups being here that this person could have disillusioned you about the future as well. Okay, so they probably told you what they felt that you wanted to hear just to keep you strung along and keep you in their life. And even if they had intention deep down that they really wanted to make those things happen, I feel like there's at least part of this person that knew that that would never happen. So again, it comes down to being honest. Okay, so I feel like this person played with you, they manipulated you, and again, they made you either feel like an option or they made you an option. And because of all of those things, I feel like the trust here has been lost. Okay, it's been broken. But I also feel with the Seven of Cups that, thinking about options with other people, at least at this point, because I'm not sure when this ending happened, but I feel like you're still going through the healing process and you might have fear involving connecting with someone else because you're afraid that maybe they will do the same thing. Okay, so all of these are potentially challenges for you. With the Knight of Swords being here, I feel like the person that you've been dealing with has been potentially very reckless and impulsive. Okay, impulsive with their actions, impulsive possibly even with the things that they've said, and their behavior in general could have been very reckless. And the fact that this person behaves in this way is something that it's just not very stable. And I feel that this could be a significant turnoff for you. Okay. We have Temperance. I feel that you all value balance in your life as well as your peace. And I feel like this person disrupted that. Okay. So I feel like you are on the road to balance. You are on the road, like I said a moment ago, to a more peaceful place in your life after possibly conflict, and drama that was brought on from this person. And so I feel, as of course, as you're moving toward this, now this person potentially might want to come back in. So it could be somewhat of a test to see how much you really want peace in your life. Okay. But again, like I said, that might be a challenge here, to gain a sense of balance and peace with this person. It might be a significant uphill battle. Okay. And then with the Ten of Swords being here, again, there was already an ending. And not only just an ending, but there was betrayal here involved. So to overlook, number one, the fact that things had to end, but number two, that there was betrayal involved. I mean, those are significant things as well to overcome if you wanted to, make amends and get back together with this person. Okay, or even hear this person out is what I'm hearing. For a lot of you, I'm feeling that after this ending, you want nothing to do with this person. Okay, so the idea of even hearing them out after this betrayal, I feel you feel like it might not even happen. So with the Two of Cups being here at the bottom, obviously this person was a soulmate connection of yours. Okay, and maybe this connection, I mean, everything in life has lessons involved. So of course there were lessons involved in this connection. But I feel like potentially this person was supposed to change their ways, change their behavior, change their outlook on life, the way they treat other people. And I'm sure that you are embracing the lessons that were presented to you. However, I'm not convinced that this person has embraced the lessons for themselves. Because that would mean that this person needs to definitely put their guard down, identify the past traumas that they have experienced that have contributed to their wounding, that put them in that Knight of Wands energy. Okay. Unfortunately, I feel like maybe this person has been very defensive against that. They could have been in denial as well. And because of their wounds, they definitely put walls up around their heart. Okay. So I feel like this person could be, like I said, I feel like they miss your attention, and they could be someone attention seeking for validation reasons as well. Okay. I just got that. But yeah, the fact that this is or was a soulmate connection, it's something it is difficult to move past. When you have such a connection where it's like so intense and it's so significant on a soul level, it is difficult to just let that go. I feel like you really wanted this to turn into something. And unfortunately, because of this person, it did not go the way it was supposed to. Yeah, all it did was bring anxiety. Okay. And so, unfortunately, this person fumbled a divine, but potentially divine connection here. Definitely a soulmate connection. Okay. All right. So, again, we've got Sagittarius here with Temperance. Okay, but all signs are here. And then Spirit, what is your advice and your guidance here for Aries and Aries placements from now until the end of August, please? What is your advice, please? Okay, so we have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Fool. We have the Star. Okay, and we have the High Priestess. That's awesome. All right, and at the bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. I was going to say Justice, but Judgment is here. Okay, so I was going to say Justice for a reason. This person could be getting karma. I also feel that good karma might be coming your way as well. Okay, with Justice being here. But with the Wheel of Fortune showing up, I feel like Spirit wants you to just understand that this is something that was meant to happen. Okay, this person was supposed to be on your path. Like I said, maybe one of the lessons that was involved for you was to put you back in your power or to give you more power. Okay. But I do feel that there were lessons that were significant on both ends here. And this person was definitely on your path for a reason. Okay. This is definitely a soul contract involved. And this person is in your life for a reason. Okay. Not only do I feel all of those things when I'm seeing here the Wheel of Fortune, but I'm also feeling that there is significant change coming in your life. So be ready for whatever changes are coming. Okay. With the Fool being here as well, it does talk about a new beginning. So I do feel that there is something coming your way here that, again, with the Six of Wands, is going to be very successful for you. Okay. And it's due to you putting an end to this cycle. It's due to you making a judgment call to choose yourself. Okay. With the Wheel followed by the Fool, that doesn't happen very often. We have the last card with the first card. And so to me, that signifies a full circle, a cycle that's gone full circle and started and now has been completed. Okay, so there is some kind of karmic cycle here that has been completed, whether that is from past, stemming from past lives. Maybe that was part of this soul contract. Could be, just something within this life. Okay, but that's this rarely happens. So that's significant as well. And not only that, now that I'm looking, every single card in this advice and guidance are major arcana. Again, significant for soul growth, for change, transformation. This is significant. I can't stress that enough, and I keep getting chills. This is absolutely significant here. With the star, again, you're healing. Spirit is wanting you to just stay on this healing journey here. Okay, whatever you're doing what you need to be doing. If there's anything that is popping into your head where you're feeling negative about where you're heading or about this past situation, anything like that, I feel like Spirit wants you to stay hopeful and stay inspired, okay? Because good things are coming your way. And at the end of the day, always follow your intuition, okay? There could be things that you don't know about that are heading your way. They could be things that are involved with this new beginning, okay? But there are changes, there are new things coming your way here. And it's because you embrace this and embrace the lessons and you are healing. Okay. You close this cycle and you have made things different for yourself. You've actually put forth these changes and you know you're in your power. Okay. So you're very spiritual. You are very intuitive. Just make sure to follow your intuition at all times. Okay. I, at first, I was getting a sense that this person, they might return. Okay. Because this person does miss your attention, but I'm not getting anything that indicates that this person is going to return at any point here. Okay. I don't get anything saying that they're going to reach out to you, or anything like that. I do feel that this person does miss you. They miss your attention. They miss the happy times that you had, but they did betray you at the end of the day. So I feel like that's something that this person does feel guilty about. Okay. But with this guarded and jealousy card, I feel like those are cards talking about this other person. Maybe Spirit wants you to know that for one reason or another, but you're heading in a very positive direction here. Okay. All right. So again, all signs are here. We also have Libra. We've got Aquarius. We have Aries. We have Aquarius again. We have Cancer. We also have Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, and Scorpio. Okay. All right. Well, Aries, I hope that this reading helped. I hope it brought some clarity and some insight to you. If you feel like it resonates, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, take care and namaste.